It's the Big 33 Football Classic from the Pennsylvania State Football Coaches Association. What a weekend we've got for you here, and Gary Cathell is going to tell us more about it. We are with Gary Cathell with Big 33, and Gary with the 2025 Big 33 and 33. Parker Johnson ready to kick it off for Pennsylvania. They won the toss. They deferred to the second half, and off we go from Cumberland Valley. Deep kick, if it goes to the end zone, which it does, it's an automatic touchback. So start at the 20-yard line, and Maryland goes on offense first. And it's really our first chance to see Luke Blower, number 15, Maryland quarterback, as they huddle up here in the near side, and they'll work south to north here in the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Mr. Blower play, former state champion, and talking to him before the game, he was really excited to get going. So let's see if they can get started fast here.
20-yard line, 25-yard line is where they will set up here. First down, and from the shotgun, Blower will start with a three-receiver set. Expect a lot of wide-open offense tonight. There's your athlete in motion, Anthony Gibson, and the give is up the middle, up to about the 30-yard line. There to Cox, and it'll be second down.
It's a good run by the running back. Starting the game off, getting 4 yards, staying on track, keeping the offense on schedule. So that's a good run to get the game going.
Devin Cox, 1,500 yards, 18 touchdowns on the year for the Westlake Wolverines. Now 2nd and 5 for Blower. Again, a three-receiver set, this time 2 to the far side. Blower looking to take it himself. 30, 34, close to a first down. That's going to give him a first down. So good start for Maryland here. First down on their second play. Guys, we were both down on the field, and the wind was really starting to pick up.
22, Lewis Gaddy. First one is down about 15 miles per hour. Hopefully that doesn't affect the ball or the play.
Blower gives again and swallowed up that time. A good play for Pennsylvania. 66 for Pennsylvania is Christopher Climbs. 6'2", 295 from Elizabeth Forward, an all-stater.
Headed to the University of Buffalo, so got off that snap, used his hands. He's playing pretty well.
Got a lot of guys going for Buffalo from the Pennsylvania squad. We'll get to colleges and future plans for everyone as we work through the game here. Three-receiver set to the left. Blower wants the single receiver, incomplete. So our first flag of the game, and we get to see Craig Mosser, our referee, who will be mic'd up, and he'll be giving us those calls tonight.
It'd be interesting to see if both offensive coordinators take a lot of shots down the field with the requirement of having to play man-to-man up by the defense.
Yeah, and that also as well, having to throw the ball 60% of the game. So
defensive holding.
This should get interesting, taking a lot of shots early.
So they call it holding. Okay. It's 10 yards. It's not an automatic first down.
Second down and 1.
So it ends up being 2nd and 1 now.
Maybe better than 1st and 10.
A lot of options here for Maryland. Blower with a quick snap.
Another shot.
Looking deep. Has in trouble, but he's going to get the first down to the 45.
Blower under pressure from 23. Chris Olmer's going to be tackled by number 8.
They give him the first down. They don't even measure. So 2 first downs already on this drive for Maryland.
Blower's he's showing his athletic ability early. So if anything does crash back there, he's going to be able to make something happen with his feet. So this should be a good game.
Rush was put on initially for Pennsylvania by Lucas Lawler out of Bishop McDevitt.
Great pressure, open man down the field. Great rush by Lucas Lawler.
Keep an eye on Kendall Dorsey here on the near side, the single receiver. Blower sends a man in motion. It's the handoff instead to the far side, and there goes Cox. And he'll have enough for a first down. 12 yards on the Gary.
That was a great run by the running back. As old Coach Weck used to say to me, one cut and go. Use your speed. And he did that. So that's a great run. Way to move the chains, kid.
So early tempo here with Maryland on the Pennsylvania 44.
Devin Cox was the #1 rusher in Southern Maryland, 2A.
Now a bunch set here to the near side. And it's going to be a keeper by Blower. Blower to the 40. Makes a cut. 35, 30. Look at the feet on Blower. First down.
Follows his blockers down just outside the 32 for a gain of 12. And
they're licking their chops in Annapolis, seeing somebody who can run the triple option like that. And no doubt.
Number 14, Lazarius Toombs on the stop for
being a former triple option quarterback. You don't have to be the fastest guy. Just know how to make plays, read angles, and hit the open man on the floor.
Getting the instructions from coaching staff here on the Maryland side, coached by Tom Abel III. At the 32. Blower looking to go again. Flag on the play. Check the flag as another rush by Christopher Climbs.
Flag on the play.
If it's a hold, it's a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. It's not a spot back anymore. And they'll use those. They'll use those same rules here in the All-Star game. Rest of the officials for tonight: the umpire Steve Tone, head linesman Brett Hoffman. This is a mixed crew, 4 from Pennsylvania, 3 from Maryland.
I love Maryland's game plan, getting Blower going early, building confidence for the kid now. Probably gonna start taking some shots with him.
Jones is the fullback, number 44, lining up at an H-back. Block a little more as Blower looking to throw. Has a man down to about the 34-yard line. Another rush by Lucas Lawler. Gibson on the catch. And that's going to be 2 yards shy of a first down.
Stop made by 19, Brian McDonald, number 20, Brayden Reed.
Wow. The V and the rusher.
Excuse me, 22, Lewis Caddy.
Wouldn't be surprised if we hear from a tight end somewhere. Achilles Whitby from Walkersville. He's the tight end in here, number 81. Lined up. And here goes Blower looking to throw. Flag on the play. Defended by Christian Palmer out of Roman Catholic, and he was face guarding the whole time.
You might see a lot of those flags today, man. They have to force to play man-to-man coverage, and a big all-star game like this, emotions flying. So once the guys settle down after this first drive, it should, be not so many flags.
As interference against the defense.
So another first down. Sorry about that, Ben.
15-yard penalty. First and 10, Maryland at the PA 19.
Your man versus their man made a best man win. Good offense.
So the first down sends it down to the 19-yard line. And we have a timeout.
Timeout Maryland. That's their first timeout of the half.
And we're going to take a timeout as well with 7:05 left to go in the first quarter. No score here in the Big 33 Football Classic. So now we go to the 9th play of the drive, and it's first and goal from the 9.
First and goal from the 9 is a difficult spot to be in for the offense. Right here, when you get down here, you have to take a
First down and goal for Team Maryland.
Blower's gone from the shotgun all drive. Runs it again. Devin Cox to about the 3.
Give the 21 Devin Cox.
That's a great run. Looks like we got a power guard just from a running back perspective. You just want to follow that guard tail and get what you can get, what you did.
Lazarus Toombs on the stop from Roman Catholic. Catholic 5A program from Philadelphia, and he was an All-Stater as well. 2nd and 3.
We've been getting a lot of Blower this drive, so there he is.
There he goes. Blower following his blocks and held up at the 1. Give him 2. It's going to be 3rd and 1.
If I'm coach, I'm running again.
I'd be very interested to see if they had time to practice that.
Blower again.
3rd down, wide open space for Blower. Touchdown, Maryland. Good call, Ben. You said stick with what works.
Hey, once the blocker, so you have a guy like Blower running the ball the way he is. That's easy for Maryland, man. I would stick with that until Pennsylvania so they could stop it.
What a great opening drive on Maryland.
Number 91, Zaydan Faridi on for the
Zaydan Faridi from the Clarksburg Coyotes with the extra point attempt. And he hits it to the high school, and it's good. 11-play drive from Maryland that took up 6 minutes. And Maryland gets on the board first. 7-0. Maryland leads Pennsylvania. And the replay right there, and Jameel, there was nobody there. Absolutely nobody to that side.
Quarterback run game, Blower. You can see Maryland came out with a focus to get his confidence early and run the offense through him.
Your guy being the player of the year. So I'm interested to see how Pennsylvania respond, how they will adjust.
So 7-0 here, and Pennsylvania has yet to touch the ball.
Pennsylvania has the top 10 running back in the nation. Headed to Penn State, Jabri Wallace Coleman. Let's see if they get him going early. Get his shoulders upfield and get some confidence on the Pennsylvania side.
Yeah, he'll be number 4 when Pennsylvania comes out, presumably on offense, as Faridi will come back on for the kickoff from the 35. It took 3.5 quarters last year for Maryland to score. They scored on the first drive this year, and they set the message already.
I talked to Maryland head coach before the game, Tom Avery. He was excited for this. He's had a lot of success coming in, finishing the season up. Overall career record is 28-6. They're down there.
He spent time at Dundalk and just took the job at Northern in Calvert County. So good luck, Coach Abel, in 2025 with the new program as Faridi runs up. And we'll give Pennsylvania a chance to return it. This is Santana Young from Central Dauphin East, and he gets up to about the 27-yard line, make it the 28. And Pennsylvania takes over from there. Let's see who comes out at quarterback for Pennsylvania. They've got 2 options, either Madden Patrick from Danville, or they could go with Jair Walls from Pittsburgh Central Catholic.
Let's not overlook that tackle on special teams by Miles Halbert. He's committed to James Madison, and that was a great play. Solo tackle on special teams.
Number 15, Jair Walls.
So it'll be Jair Walls who will start at quarterback for Team Pennsylvania. And he'll start with a 4-receiver set. Out of the gun. He wants to throw right away. Throws out here to Reed, and a good run to the outside, and that's enough for a first down for Braden Reed from Pope John Paul II. He was an all-state receiver, and we were talking about him in pregame. He's a speed burner.
Yes, absolutely. Coach Ortega talked about him. He had a great week of practice, so coaching staff is really high on him. Pennsylvania is playing fast.
14 yards, first down on the first play. Walls will give this time. There's Wallace Coleman outside, close to a first down.
As a running back, you love the way he finished that run. He didn't run out of bounds. He ducked his shoulder. So this should be a good game. This should be a good game.
Midfield just into Maryland territory.
This isn't just an all-star game or an exhibition for any of these players. This means something to them. I mean, they're not taking this game lightly. And this isn't the NFL Pro Bowl. This is pretty much their last chance on a high school field before they make the next step to playing Saturday afternoons at college.
These kids want to win. They were talking trash before the game. We heard them.
Walls, high snap, fumble. Maryland's got it. First turnover of the game goes to Maryland with the recovery by Brandon Gorham from Arundel. So Pennsylvania's first drive ends in disaster with a fumble in their own territory, and they will take over at the 42.
Looks like it was a read option there that just went bad. Quarterback, running back, miscommunication there. Quarterback probably thought the running back had the ball.
It looked like the snap was bad from the start, too. Yeah. That play just blew up right away. Maryland with momentum. Got William Johns here from Oxon Hill on the near side. Two receivers on the far side. New quarterback is in, and there he goes to the outside. It's Devon Smith Jr. He gets to the 20. And a first down.
Maryland is sticking to that quarterback run game. It looked like right there they pulled their tackle. So, again, quarterback run game. It's tough to stop for a defense. So, Maryland that's part of their game plan. So, I'm interested to see how, what adjustments Pennsylvania makes to stop it.
Devon Smith threw for 2,500 yards, 28 touchdowns from the Mergenthaler Votech Mustangs, better known as Mervo, down in Maryland. And he stays in at quarterback. 4 wides now. There's Devon Smith Jr. and the fake. And Maryland's got another first down. That's
so
Taiwan Reed.
Shown us so far we got some extracurriculars on the field.
That's expected here as well. Absolutely. With the amount of jawing that there was earlier. So,
well, Maryland showed us a lot. They showed us some split zones, some quarterback run game, and they've been taking a couple shots here and there.
So they will spot it at the 9-yard line, 11 yards on the gain. It'll be first down. And a first and goal again for Maryland.
Maryland having a lot of success on the ground here.
Ball's going to be spotted at the 8-yard line.
Taiwan Reed from Forest Park, 1,800 yards, 22 touchdowns for him this year.
First down and goal.
Smith sends a man in motion. Smith, he'll take it himself. Trying to cut the corner to the left and out at about the 2.
Smith on the field.
Runs very hard. He's committed to Central Connecticut State, and he's showing his abilities right now as a runner.
Pushed him out by 19, Ryan McDonald.
Ryan McDonald from St. Joe's Prep with the tackle, with the push out of bounds.
5-yards on the play. Second and goal from the 3.
He's got that head up the whole time and then puts it down when he has to. Make it the 3 that he's marked at, so 6 yards.
They that same formation. We're getting quarterback run game to the left.
And the give, bouncing to the outside, but not this time for Taiwan Reed. And again, 19, Ryan McDonald.
Along with 19, Ryan McDonald.
Credit also given to 17, Aiden Eves from North Penn.
Great stop by Pennsylvania. They need one more right here.
It's going to lose 2 yards just inside the 5. That'll bring up third down and goal.
Actually, this may be 4 down territory, so you might have to get 2 stops.
Maryland's got a kicker, but they've also got the momentum. And I wouldn't be surprised to see them go on 4th if they don't make it here.
Absolutely.
Again, wide open space to the right if they want it. And there goes, and incomplete. No, it's caught. Touchdown. I was looking at the far side receiver, and they got the tight end. Actually, I got the fullback, King Jones, who lined up as the left side H-back, threw it short to him. I was wondering when they were going to reward him with good blocking, and he got it there. Touchdown.
QB Wadley with the H-back coming across.
Number 8, Elijah Lee.
Actually, he was on the same side, and he flared out after he faked the block. It's not an easy throw by the quarterback. It looks easy, but running to your right, hitting the man in stride. Great job, Davon Smith. I'm impressed so far.
Kick is good.
Kick is good. That makes the score.
So with 2:52 left to go here, another scoring drive. And that's 7 points off of turnovers for Maryland as well. They get a 5-play, 42-yard drive with 1:57 taken off the clock. And it's 14-0 Maryland.
Wasting your time in traffic. Enjoying the weekend.
Maryland, the offense for them,
It's just a decision.
they're spreading it out very well, and they're using all sides of the field very well. We saw the touchdowns come to the right, but then the plays that set it up either to the left or straight up the middle.
Absolutely. Maryland's keeping it very simple. Quarterback run game, split zone. They take a shot, and they came back with just right now with just a waggle off of the split zone. So Maryland, I'll tell you what, man, they have confidence. Their quarterbacks have confidence. So Pennsylvania has to respond right here.
So Maryland's up 14-0 with 2 minutes and 2 seconds left. Pennsylvania has not had a chance to get the game going for themselves, but it's a long game.
Paridi with the kick, and it was taken at the 1. So the kick taken out by Braden Reed, and he does not get back to the 20. Out to the 15. And we got another scuffle again. There's the flag. We'll see who. Yeah, we don't like seeing this. And the coaches are saying, get back, get back.
It's football, it's fine.
The emotions are definitely high in these games. Being someone that played in the game a couple years ago, it just, you do every event with the other team, and it's just your guys and their guys and the pep rally. So the refs are going to get it together, and they're going to be all right.
For the game,
Out from 2018 to launch. Several flags after the play.
So officials sorting this out with coaching staffs and authorities.
hopefully just a flag. Nobody's getting ejected or anything. We don't want to see that.
Matt Ortega walking back to the huddle as Tom Abel also in there in the huddle.
Coach Irby's in there as well.
Yep, Alex Irby from Steel High. Both of his sons played in this game last year. A 31-7 win by Pennsylvania.
Talking to Coach Irby before the game, we were talking about Maryland's quarterback, Evan Blau. As you mentioned, Coach Irby's son, Alex Irby, he's at Navy now, and Evan Blau will be attending Navy next year. So, trying to get a feel for his son's future teammate.
Offsetting personal foul penalties after the play.
Yeah, great call.
All right, so one of those 0 yard, no harm, no foul on the score sheet, but I imagine warnings given to both sides.
PA at their 15-yard line.
Looks like Team PA has Donald Barksdale at running back. Really explosive kid, ran for 5,000 yards in his career. The 27th player in Whitfield history to do so. They call him Mr. Touchdown. So let's see if we can get Pennsylvania on the board here.
He's wearing number 1, and Madden Patrick from Danville area, number 13. He's in at quarterback now for Pennsylvania. So both teams giving both of their quarterbacks on the roster opportunity here to get time in on the first quarter.
We have a 3-by-1 set. Corners pressing down here. Ben, do you take a shot?
No, probably not. I'll probably get a see this open across the middle. What we got here?
Flag on the play, and let's see what referee Bosser has to say.
call. I would try to establish the run here.
Offsides against the defense.
First and 5.
5-yard penalty takes him off to the 20-yard line. First down and 5.
Tell you what, the energy over here on this Maryland sideline is tremendous.
Great crowd on hand tonight, too. Diaz Ellis lined up here on the near side. Patrick fakes to Barksdale. He'll take it himself and dive for about a yard. Up to the 21.
It's going to gain a yard to the 21.
Looks like there was some read option action right there.
Number 10, Chris Coffey on the
Quarterback
stop.
gave one a little bit too soon. If you would have kept his nose up, a couple more yards.
Patrick threw for over 7,500 yards in his career, 98 touchdowns. One of a couple representatives from the Heartland Conference in upper central PA. Patrick on the give to Barksdale, up the middle. Gets to about the 26. 5 yards, and that's enough for a first down because it was only 2nd and 4.
Great run, understanding the down and distance, do what you got to do. Get your nose in the fan, get your shoulders upfield, get 2 or 3 yards, move the sticks.
So first down from the 26 as we tick under 2 minutes here in the first quarter. Pennsylvania fumbled, turning it over on their first possession. This is their second. Barksdale again, up the middle. Nice juke and jive up to the 30, just past the 30-yard line.
I feel like we got some inside zone action right there as far as Barksdale eyes reading on the inside zone for a running back, just reading the 3 technique back to the 1, and feels like he pressed it and bounced the ball back. So that's a good run for the running back. Get your shoulders upfield. I believe you got like 4 yards there, so the offense is on schedule.
Maryland's front 7 is holding up tight right now. Not too many missed tackles, no big plays.
Patrick back to throw. 3-step drop over the middle. Ball is caught.
Pass complete to 88, Nolan Bazalka.
Nolan Bazalka from right here at Cumberland Valley makes the catch up to the 36. And yes, they say first down.
I expect Pennsylvania starting to get comfortable, especially in the passing game. With it raining all week this week, not being able to get outside and throw the ball. So I see those guys getting comfortable here soon and start to air the ball out.
Yeah, we had 3 days of nasty rain in the middle, the prime days that the boys were practicing this week, but things cleared up a little bit on Friday. Yesterday was a great day, and today, mostly cloudy skies, but no rainfall. They didn't have practice today. They just came right to the game, had their pregame meal. Patrick wants it all. Looking for Braden Hall. It's intercepted. Oh, what an interception. A great job by Maryland's Anthony Redfern from McDonough.
Looked like number 33, that pressure. Oh, wow. Maryland came out hot. Hey, they were in the locker room bumping their music. They said they said they're here to make a statement today.
So with 3 seconds left here in the quarter, they'll run one more play here for the end of the quarter as a man goes in motion. And that's a jet sweep to the outside by Miles Halbert. And he'll get to about the 38-yard line as time expires here in the first quarter. And it has been all Maryland. 12 yards.
What, man, Blauer's really comfortable back there.
That was a great play call. We had the play action. Thought they were going to take a shot. It wasn't there. They checked it off, checked it down to the running back. With a block out in front. Great play call on Maryland side. Tom Abel.
Pennsylvania had a number of players who could not play because of injury. Ty Salazar from State College High and Jaleel Hall from 4A state champs Bonner Prendy injured in practice this week. Here's the run, right side. Nothing doing maybe to about the 48-yard line.
goes into PA territory at the
48-yard line. Pick up 3.
And that's what Pennsylvania needs right now. They need the front four to come out, get off the ball, make a play.
So second down and 7.
One high safety from Team PA.
Blauer throws underneath to Halbert. Yes, he caught it. 45-yard line, gain of 6. Make that gain of 4, excuse me.
He's down to the 45 for a gain of 3.
Wonder if Maryland gets back to the quarterback run game here. Will work good for him in that first drive, quarterback run game. Some split zone. Let's see what they get us here.
This is the 21st play for Maryland here in the first half. Pennsylvania has only run 6 with 2 turnovers. Maryland trying to capitalize again on a Pennsylvania turnover. From the 45, man coming across the formation. That's Dorsey. Flag on the play as
illegal motion.
Blauer runs, and looks like we got another flag. So Pennsylvania is going to have their choice of flags to assess. So we had the flag beforehand, which you said illegal motion most likely, and then flag on the far side, which is probably holding.
Yes, it looked like the motion man, when he came across the field in motion, he went upfield before the ball was snapped, which is a flag every time. That's one of those timing things that you don't get a chance to practice enough in these type of ball games.
Yeah, we're not in Canada, so the forward motion just doesn't work here. Jamil, you had a chance to play in this game. Recap some of the memories you have from back in the day when you donned the Pennsylvania jersey.
It was rough. We played Ohio. Ohio on that team, they had Cordell Jones, Devin Smith. They blew us out. We had a great time, though. It was a great week. The game wasn't so fun, but we had a great week, man. I have a couple teammates that are all playing in the NFL right now. Lafayette, Pez, Tyler Croft, Quentin Jefferson. So we still talk to this day.
Got 3rd and long here.
Bloor. Nice shoulder fake. And he gets back up to the 47-yard line. He'll get 2 of those yards back.
Great open field tackling by Pennsylvania.
There by 42, Michael Gall.
That's what Pennsylvania needs to do. That front four needs to make it uncomfortable for these Maryland quarterbacks.
It was Michael Gall on the tackle, straight out of State College, headed to Villanova University. Great football player.
He was an all-stater this year. We got to see some of Gall among those of us who followed Mid-Penn football here. And the State College is part of the Mid-Penn Conference, which is primarily Capital Region teams. State College being one of the only 6A teams from the west central part of the state, so they make the trip down here quite often. Fair catch made off the Faridi punt, and Braden Hall fair catches it at the 18-yard line.
All right, our winning 50-50 ticket number.
All right, let's see if Team Pennsylvania can get something going here. It's about that time to at least get across the 50 and make a push toward the end zone.
I think Team Pennsylvania, I think they're fine. They just have to minimize on the mistakes. They had 2 turnovers. Can't really win a game like that. Had a fumble and an interception. So I think they need to calm down and play football.
That's true. Turnovers will kill you. It's hard to overcome those, especially if you're playing with talented players on the opposite side of the field.
So they bring Walls back in. 15, Jair Walls from Pittsburgh Central Catholic. They were state finalists in 6A this year. 2,823 yards, 29 touchdowns in the air, 11 touchdowns on the ground for Walls. Now wants to have his running back switch spots, Barksdale and Walls Coleman. Drop the snap again. Wants to throw.
Yes, 2 men.
Oh, incomplete. The busted play almost unbusted for front of our eyes. Santana Young from Central Dauphin East, the intended receiver.
Yeah, Santana Young, he's an interesting kid. He played at Trinity first and transferred to Central Dauphin East under my buddy Lance Dean. Did a great job there. For the time he was there. Now he's the athletic director at Susquehanna. Arguably one of the top trainers in the nation right now, training Michael Parsons, Abdul Carter. So shout out to Lance.
Second down. Again, trouble with the snap and just overrun by the Maryland rush. Wallace Coleman got the snap, but had to eat it.
It looks like Maryland D-line jumped that snap. They got off that ball quick.
Emily Dore headed to Merrimack College, straight out of Calvert Hall High School, with a great jump off the ball. Looked like he might have been offsides, but obviously not. The ref didn't call it. Great job, young man.
Looked like LeVar Arrington going through the line there. Third down and long. Walls back to throw, under pressure. Takes off to the 19, and that's it.
Maryland's D-line is getting after it. They're putting pressure on the quarterback, forcing him to step up, and linebackers are right there keeping contained. Great job, Maryland.
Jaquan Jenkins, number 4, Dundalk Owl, averaging 10 tackles a game, and he just got a big one there to stop another drive.
Number 6, Taiwan Reed, back deep, along with number 18, Jeremiah and Ameliki Ford.
Looks like Maryland's controlling the trenches, man. They're controlling the line of scrimmage offensively and defensively, which is it's going to be tough for Pennsylvania to win if they don't change that.
See if we can get a return here. Get some excitement. High punt.
Gavin Menser from North Schuylkill with the rain-making punt and a flag. He made the signal in plenty of time, and momentum to 34-yard line of Pennsylvania for the folks from the Free State. And they go back to Devon Smith Jr. at quarterback.
I'm interested to see if Maryland takes a shot here.
No, they're going to run it.
Great
Left
tackle.
side. And a good job of tackling there by Pennsylvania.
Number 9, Donovan Rodriguez from Manheim Township with a great open field tackle, potentially saved a touchdown. He's on his way to University of Buffalo.
So second down. Actually got 4 yards on the play, so it'll be 2nd and 6.
Pennsylvania, they're playing their safety up under 10 yards, so they're trying to stop the run. Let's see if they take a shot here. Maryland.
That was Taiwan Reed on the carry. He's in the backfield again. King Jones, who had a touchdown earlier. He's at fullback. He's blocking the way for Devon Smith. Reversed his field. To the 10, to the 5, touchdown.
Quarterback run game. That's been Maryland's go-to. It's tough to stop, but you know when you have athletes back there running the ball like they are, man, it's tough.
Devon Smith putting on a show right now with his legs. Single-handedly right there, made a play, scored a touchdown, opened this thing up to 20-0, 21 pending.
30-yard touchdown run for Devon Smith Jr. Maryland looking to the side saying, hey, we need another player. We need another player over here.
You can snap this with 10. It's the extra point.
All right, they're going to send another guy in. That's 55, Tristan Pierre from the 4A state champion Quince Orchard Cougars. He'll make the 11th man as they try this extra point. Plenty of time to put it down and send it out to Route 11. It's good. We'll keep it here as we go to 21-0. Maryland leading Pennsylvania. It is a two-play, 34-yard drive that took just 53 seconds, and Smith just turned on the Jets.
Yes, he did. He can roll.
Now, if you're Pennsylvania right here, you still cannot panic. You score right here before the half. You get the ball back at halftime. You can easily get this game back into one possession. You just take your time and don't rush.
There are the attempts from Pennsylvania. Tasso Whipple on the outside. Also, Khalid Bueno, Donovan Rodriguez trying to tackle him on the left side after reversing his field, but just could not get to the very speedy Devon Smith Jr.
When Maryland came out, man, their game plan is to control the line of scrimmage. They're going to do some quarterback run game. They're doing some split zone, and off the split zone, they're doing some waggle here and there. But they're sticking to the game plan. They're not going off track. They're staying on schedule because When they were down here, I believe, on the 30, I thought they were going to take a shot, and they didn't. So Maryland is coming here on a mission.
And the number one thing that they're doing, they're not turning the ball over. Pennsylvania has 2 turnovers, and the scoreboard reflects it.
So Faridi will kick off again. Very busy half for him.
Hopefully PA can get a return here, get some momentum going. Here we go.
Short kick. It'll be one of those tweeners for Braden Hall. No, excuse me, that's Barksdale on the return. And
field tackle.
Up to about the 33-yard line. This game brought to you by University of Maryland Orthopedics, the official provider of the Maryland Terps and the UMBC Retrievers. Physicians offer expert sports, spine, and orthopedic care to patients of all ages and activity level. Same or next day appointments are available in Hunt Valley, Columbia, Laurel, UMBC, and at the Camden Yards warehouse. Visit umortho.org for more information.
This is the time PA has to make something happen. We have 6 minutes, 31 seconds left. They get the ball back in the second half. So they go down here, score a touchdown, go in halftime, regroup, and come back out on offense again. But Maryland's front four have been tough to stop. So let's see what happens here.
PA can't try to score all at once. Got to get it in chunks. Chip away, chip away.
Madden Patrick. Back to throw. Quick out.
It's a good catching. Yep.
Has a man to the 45, breaks a tackle, 50. Close to the 50-yard line. Zion Burdell, who we featured in the pregame, has his first catch.
It's a quick hitch to get the ball into a playmaker's hands. Let him make somebody miss. Pick up 16 yards right there.
You can see he's a really shifty guy, and going to Syracuse. Syracuse, they have a good thing going up there. Coach is doing a great job recruiting.
That is just the second first down for Pennsylvania here in the first half. Patrick under pressure, has to step up, wants to throw, and almost caught.
Did he catch it?
Did he catch it?
We didn't get a signal yet.
They're saying yes. Wow, what a catch.
Dominic Diaz-Ellis from the Bishop McDevitt High School.
Let's see that on replay. First, a great job of stepping up, and then
great concentration.
It looks like he caught that between his legs. Wow.
Damo.
Gain of 33 on the play. First and 10 PA in the Maryland 18.
Heck of a throw by the quarterback just to give his guy a chance.
Timeout, Pennsylvania. We'll keep it here. Check that, Maryland. Yep, check that, Team Maryland with the timeout.
That's great.
Go ahead, I'm sorry.
That's great concentration by Dominic Diaz-Ellis, man. Just knowing that kid coming from Bishop McDevitt, that high-power offense that Coach Wechter has over there. Great passing game. He had a chance to play with Stone Saunders, who's now at Kentucky. So I'm excited, especially in a game like this. They're playing man-to-man.
Let's watch it again. Just a great job by Patrick having to step up and throw it. And yep, he caught it between his legs.
Great concentration.
And it bounced back up, right back into his lap. Amazing. Here's the end zone view.
Maryland's D-line still getting pressure here. PA has to do something about that.
That's beautiful.
That's a very good catch. So we have 5 minutes, 48 seconds left. First down. Let's go, PA. See what they do here. See who's gonna.
They're gonna run a corner route to one of the slots against this man-to-man. A lot of room out there.
So from the 19 of Maryland, first big chunk play for Pennsylvania was 33 yards. Patrick. Barksdale behind him, but Patrick goes up the middle, not too much. They'll get 2 yards to the 17.
Looks like Pennsylvania's taking a page out of Maryland's book. Quarterback run game. Can't go wrong with that down here, though. Wouldn't be surprised here if PA tries to get one of their athletes the ball in space and get it to him quick just so they can make a play, make someone miss and get into the end zone.
Braden Reed goes to the far side. Zion Burdell to the near side. Barksdale in the backfield. Bazalka at tight end. Now motion by Burdell. Motion by Barksdale. 9 on the play clock. Patrick looking right all the way. Now coming back to the left.
Good defense.
Has time. Throws deep corner route in the end zone. It's picked off.
Is he going to go 100 yards?
Return. Maryland returns it out to the 25-yard line.
You can't do that. You can't do it. Give your guys a chance. Give them a chance. It was the second down there. Throw the ball out. Throw the ball out.
The third turnover by Pennsylvania.
Chris Coffey from the 4A state champion Quince Orchard Cougars, who had 110 tackles in the regular season. Makes it 3 interceptions on the night for Team Maryland. And they have the ball back. Under 5 to go here in the first half.
Again, another momentum shift.
Heads up play by Coffey to see, hey, I've got open field in front of me.
So, Cole, what you think? You think Evan Blauer's going to keep it on the Q run? What you thinking?
Uh-oh, we got a flag.
Let's see what the flag is about.
This is the sideline warning?
Matt Ortega over on the sideline talking with the officials.
So, in games like it's tough when you start to get down early. And I can speak off of that off experience. So, you know, it's you're only with these guys for a couple days, and everyone's leaving to go to college soon, and you know,
you want to
see if they can get a big play here.
You want to make the most of it. You've got pride in your state. You know this is a big game, and the history, the fact that every Super Bowl has had a big 33 player in it, going all the way back to Super Bowl I with Herb Adderley and continuing through Super Bowl 59. And as long as Brett Veach from Mount Carmel area continues to be successful as general manager of the Kansas City Chiefs, they're going to count him too. So the legacy of this game and the friendships, as you mentioned, Jamil, both of these are very important to all these players.
Yeah. Pennsylvania's offense in the field?
No, that's defense. They're still trying to sort out what's happening here, and Matt Ortega is still on the sideline, or still off of the sidelines. He wants to know what's. Are they digging into the rule book here, saying what kind of, are they violating playing rules here, or we're just spitballing here as we're guessing as to what the conversations are, because we are unable to hear them.
Yes, we see Matt Ortega talking to the official, trying to work his magic. Matt Ortega has a career record of 128 wins and 30 losses, so there's a lot of success in his hands.
While we're waiting, let's mention a couple other players from Pennsylvania who got picked to the team, but have other obligations to fulfill with their colleges. And probably the most notable, the people are wondering, where is he, is Stone Saunders from Bishop McDevitt. He of the 13,700 passing yards and 204 touchdowns from the state champion Crusaders, and he is already off to University of Kentucky. Also, Lex Cyrus from Susquehanna Township, who's going to University of South Carolina. Saxton Sukanik from Central York, who's off to the University of Connecticut. And Matt Zollers from Springford, who is off to the University of Missouri.
Those guys had great high school careers. Talking to Stone Saunders before the game, he would just talk about his transition to college, and you know how it was a little different for him in the beginning, but now he's looking forward to fall camp. But those guys, coming back, they want to play in this game. It's something that, being a kid, you come to these games, and now you get the opportunity to play. You always, want to definitely take advantage of that.
Now, the Big 33 actually moved the game up this year in May, and I think in the past few years. But before that, the game used to be in June, and guys would leave to go off to college before they could play. It seems like they tried to eliminate that, but guys who go to college in winter, in January, they still can't play. So it's hard to eliminate that.
They played this, I remember 25 years ago, playing it in July. It would be the last weekend in July that they would play it in the searing heat over at Hershey before making the move up to springtime, and it's been much more comfortable and much more accommodating to play. So no public announcement yet as to what's happening.
So, Poteet, you're right. Pennsylvania's offense is coming back.
Pennsylvania's on
So
the field.
Pennsylvania back on the field.
Is there some type of flag?
So first down. So illegal motion.
Well, in this game, you can't blitz. There's certain rules that you can and can't do, and that might have been what happened here. It was a late flag, though.
So wipe out the interception. And it'll be first down from the 25-yard line.
If I'm Pennsylvania, I'm trying to get my quarterback some confidence. Let's get some quick game in there, get some quick throws in, just so he can, get some confidence in for the second half so they can make a run.
So realigning. So the original line of scrimmage before the last play was the 17. And now they're marking it at the 15. Make it the 14. And if you're wondering, we're just as perplexed as you are here with...
It seems to me like there was some type of illegal defense call, which is not a ruling in a typical game, but here in the All-Star game, there's certain rules to keep the game going and high speed and things of that nature.
So it looks like we have 2nd and 2. In a situation like that, it's interesting. Do you give the ball to Mr. Touchdown, or do you try to take a shot here? Let's see what Pennsylvania does.
All right, so back to 2 turnovers for Pennsylvania. Wipe that last interception out because of the illegal blitz. And now Patrick going to the end zone. He's got a touchdown. Braden Reed.
That is the guy that they raved about all week. Coach said they wanted to get him going. Villanova has something special coming up there, man. All the coaches talked about this guy. A great week of practice. Really good with the ball in his hand, so look forward to seeing this guy at the next level.
With his one-on-one coverage, you see Maryland tried to press him, and his speed and quickness won. Easy throw and catch.
51, Justin Schmidt will be
So Braden Reed with the touchdown.
Good. Celebrate, young man. You deserve it. You get in these games, take advantage of the spotlight. Ain't nothing wrong with celebrating a little bit. Just don't overdo it.
Parker Johnson coming in from Williamsport to attempt the extra point out of the hold of North Schuylkill's Gavin Metzer. So Pennsylvania finally gets on the scoreboard. And tops it off with the extra point to make it 21-7.
That was a great drive to methodically move the ball down the field. Again, as long as you don't panic, just chip away at the lead, keep them from scoring for the end of the half. You might get a chance to get the ball back, Pennsylvania, but even if you don't, you get the ball back at halftime. So it's a ball game, fellas.
I think the biggest thing for Pennsylvania is they have to stop Maryland. They didn't stop Maryland yet, so Maryland has 4 minutes and 38 seconds. If they could put a drive together and score before half, Pennsylvania's in trouble. But this is the time Pennsylvania could turn the game around.
It seems like it's the quarterback run that Pennsylvania is having a hard time defending. Once they make adjustments, I think they will be okay.
So it seemed like an hour ago at the beginning of this drive. It ended up being a 5-play, 65-yard drive, 1 minute and 59 seconds. And obviously, Pennsylvania's best penetration had the 16-yard pitch and catch to the far outside to Zion Burdell. Then the 33-yard amazing catch by Dominic Diaz-Ellis, and then topped off with a 14-yard touchdown to Braden Reed. And now Pennsylvania will kick off with a 21-7 deficit. Squibber taken at the 10 to the 15, 20, 25. And look out. Here he goes. Devon Smith. We got a flag.
That's the quarterback.
That's quarterback Devon Smith Jr.
He's an athlete.
And he takes it to the 36. But there is a flag.
Zion Burdell and Michael Goal on the stop for TPA. Flag on the play.
So Devon Smith trying to do it all here in the first half. However, call made at the 35-yard line for holding.
During the run, holding against the team.
And you can obviously tell which sideline we're on by the crowd reaction.
10-yard penalty takes them all back to the 25. That's where Maryland takes over.
But still, this return by Devon Smith shows his fleet feet.
In games like this, special teams are very interesting because everybody on this team is a star, and a lot of them probably didn't have to play kickoff on a high school team, so something new for them.
First down from the 25, a quick pass out to Isaac Ramsey, and he gets dropped at the. Check that, Halbert on the pitch and catch for 2 yards.
Seems like Pennsylvania's getting comfortable. Everybody, swarming to the ball now. So hopefully, they're getting comfortable so we can have a good ball game here. Interested to see if Maryland gets back to the quarterback run game.
Under 4 to go, first half. Fake the tap pass. The pitch goes nowhere. Cox
wrapped up by 23.
Couldn't get anywhere. And timeout Pennsylvania.
Number 23, Chris Ulmer in a tackle. He'll be headed to Monmouth University.
Timeout team Pennsylvania.
So Pennsylvania takes another timeout after the 1-yard loss.
So what Maryland showed us offensively, they showed us a jet. Oh, there we go right here. See, off the jet sweep. Sounded like it was some pull action with the lineman. So Pennsylvania, like they're getting comfortable. They're understanding what Maryland's trying to accomplish, and now they're playing ball. So
Maryland hasn't really taken a shot down the field yet. They haven't really showed they can. They feel like they need to throw the ball down the field. But with 3rd and long coming up, expect to see that. Some type of screen or maybe a cue draw.
23, Chris Ulmer from Lansdale Catholic, an all-state linebacker with the stop. Got some help from Lucas Lawler as well. A lot of state champions on this field. Now they play Pennsylvania state championships here at Cumberland Valley. So we have representatives from the 4A, 5A, and 6A teams here for Pennsylvania. And all 6 state champions from Maryland are represented here as well. Back to throw is Blower. Wants to take the shot to Halbert, and incomplete, almost intercepted. And no call.
Ryan McDonald from St. Joe's Prep with the coverage. He's going to Sacred Heart. Does a good job getting his eyes back and playing the ball.
That will bring up 4th down.
And good defense by Pennsylvania.
Back deep receive for Team PA is number 12, Zion Burdell.
Got his hands up, but did he touch him? Referee said not.
Travis, it was close. It was close.
Just
good defense, man. Good defense.
He didn't make it obvious. Let's put it that way.
Absolutely. So Pennsylvania got the stop they needed.
Need a nice return here.
Second punt of the night for Faridi.
They get a chance.
Punt taken at the 35. That's Isaac Ramsey to the 50, to the 48-yard line.
I tell you, man, it's a ball game. Pennsylvania has the ball. They're down 2 possessions right now, but again, they get the ball back at halftime.
Check that, Zion Burdell with the return back to the 49-yard line. So PA's got 2:55 here to try and get another drive towards closing the gap on the scoreboard here.
Some coaches believe once you get past the 50-yard line, you take a shot immediately. The first play past the 50-yard line. I've heard that plenty of times from coaches throughout the state. Let's see if Ortega plays that out.
I'm interested to see how aggressive Pennsylvania will be, knowing that they have those turnovers Even though the one got, called back, that's still in the back of everybody's mind. So let's see if Pennsylvania sticks to just getting their guys the ball quick, or are we going to take a shot if the guys are pressing. And Maryland's corners come out pressing.
Walls comes in, back to
There
throw,
it is.
and
Pressure.
strip sack.
Pennsylvania recovered it.
Yes, Pennsylvania got it back. A loss of 6 on the play.
The Maryland defensive line still causing havoc.
To be a loss back to the 43-yard line.
Here's the replay.
Second down.
Stepped up and wow. Brandon Gorham, 33 from Arundel. 3A state champ with the tackle, and there's another sack, but a flag. We'll see who the flag is on.
Will also be brought down by number 9, A.J. Anderson.
You know what? Me being a former running back, when in this game right here, having to throw the ball 60% of the time, I actually feel for the linemen too. Having, good relationship with some of my offensive linemen, one of the things they like getting after. They like run blocking, so having the linemen just, sit back and get teed off on, man, as a lineman, like it kind of sucks for them.
I don't know, Poteet. We all got jobs to do on the field. They got to get the job done, man.
So that goes as a sack because it was no gain on the play. So that's 2 straight sacks for Maryland. When it seemed like Pennsylvania had a little bit of momentum here, and now third down. Third down, they've got to get to the Maryland 38 for a first down.
Maryland safeties are still playing very closer to the line of scrimmage than I would expect on the 3rd and long.
Walls to his right, now looks back to the left, has a man incomplete, looking for Dominic Diaz-Ellis, and just a little too low when it's 4th down.
That's a tough throw. He rolled to the right hash to throw it back across the field. That's a tough throw for him, man.
So Gavin Menser back to punt. 2 men deep for Maryland, including Jeremiah Anamaleki Ford from Blake High School.
For Team PA, that's not what you want, but it's not terrible. Didn't get a turnover, punt the ball deep, and let's play good defense.
Great punt.
Fair catch called for at the 4.
Great punt.
Make that the
He flipped the field.
6-yard line. Totally flipped the field. That's a 51-yard punt.
The person who called for a catch wasn't the same person who caught the ball. You don't typically see that.
Flag, we'll see what the call is. As it stands now, Maryland get the ball at the 6. The officials coming over to talk to Coach Ortega about the call.
So Maryland has 1 minute and 47 seconds. Key for Maryland to not turn the ball over. Get out the half up 2 scores. If I'm Maryland, I'm up 2 scores at halftime. I can't want anything more than that, honestly.
So holding on Maryland is declined. They'll leave it down there at the 7. With 1 minute 47 here left in the first half. And Smith.
Split zone quarterback run game. Got to be safe down here.
Something safe for sure.
Smith up the middle. Fights for yardage to get to the 12.
Now Smith is listed as an athlete on Central Connecticut State's roster. So I'm interested to see where they're going to use him at, whether it's at DB, receiver, or quarterback.
Timeout. We'll keep it here. As the run gets out to the 12-yard line, a pickup of 5.
It seems like both Maryland quarterbacks are, pretty good athletes. They didn't really put the ball in the air too much yet. So it seems like, as far as them going to college to be an athlete, they might be playing another position.
Well, Evan Blau, he's going to the Naval Academy, so his legs will probably be used more than his arm there, as they typically run the option. But you're right, Paul. They haven't needed to pass the ball. Their line and their running backs and quarterbacks have made waves on the ground. So, and they're playing with a 2-score lead. So honestly, they don't need to pass the ball here at all.
10 offensive linemen, including tight end for Maryland, Andre Andreades from Dundalk, Skylar Harvey from Curley, Tristan Pierre from Quince Orchard, Logan Boston from Walkersville, Noah Crawford from Leonardtown, Sean Jewett from St. Mary Riken, Chase Dorsey from Calvert Hall, Kevin Avehy from Randallstown, Amory Hills from Milford Mill, and Achilles Whitby, the tight end from Walkersville. There's your offensive lineman for Maryland. As
power
the give again, and look out.
He's off to the races.
Off to the races and loose.
He's gone.
And kiss him goodbye.
That's a great run. Put his foot in the ground.
Tywan Reed.
Tywan Reed headed to Shepherd University.
88-yard touchdown.
That hurts for Team Pennsylvania, but again, there's a minute 28 seconds left. That's enough time to get down into scoring range and make something happen.
Elijah Lee will again hold for Zaydan Faridi's extra point.
So Faridi back in for another extra point attempt. Faridi made 90% of his field goals on the year. And the kick is up and good. 28-7. Maryland leads Pennsylvania. Just when you thought Pennsylvania was going to get a little bit of momentum with the punt deep into the territory. Speed.
So, Travers, everyone sees the back, sees the speed and the great run, which he did. But that offensive line, he didn't get touched. That offensive line is creating a new line of scrimmage. And when that happens, it makes it really easy for the running backs. The offensive line's having a great day.
Guys pulling around, getting blocks in open space. That's not easy as an offensive lineman.
Did they hear me give the shout out to the offensive line, and that's why they let him score the touchdown? Yeah, nobody touched him. Beautiful run, 88 yards for a touchdown, and a 3-score lead for their friends from the Free State as the Keystone Staters will get the ball back. 88 seconds to go after giving up the 88-yard touchdown, and they need to make something happen here.
88 yards untouched. Wow.
Barksdale, Young, and
Number 12, Zion
Riddell back to receive.
So, Ben, put your coaching hat on. What are you saying to the guys at halftime?
If I'm who, Pennsylvania or Maryland?
Definitely Pennsylvania.
If I'm speaking to Pennsylvania, I'm just telling you, keep fighting. Only thing we do, keep fighting, trust your teammates, trust the coaches. Don't even look at the scoreboard. Keep playing.
Chris Coffey with the tackle on Zion Riddell, and it's first down Pennsylvania at the 28.
So if you're head coach of Maryland right now, Poe, what are you telling them going into halftime?
Finish
the job?
Yep, you just got to finish, man. It's an all-star game. Emotions are high, but, let's just finish the game. Maryland, you can tell they picked a good team. These guys are playing with high effort. Guys are running to the ball. Linemen are finishing blocks. So, Maryland, they came in this game with a chip on their shoulder. That's one thing they were talking about before the game in the locker room is they want to change the narrative of this football game. And I'll tell you what, they're standing on their words right now.
Yes, they are. There's Team PA. You got a minute 24 to make something shake here.
Madden Patrick brings Braden Reed in motion into the slot. 2 receivers to the outsides. Patrick fakes the run, gets out of a tackle.
Make a throw.
Makes the throw incomplete. One-hopped it to Donald Barksdale. And second down.
The University of Delaware, they have a guy, Brandon Gorham, number 33 at defensive end. He is having a day.
Yes, he is. Penetration all day long.
Second down and 10.
University of Delaware, they have a nice little class coming up there. You know, they have Brandon, Jared Porter that played at Central Dauphin East, who had a good career. So University of Delaware is doing something.
Second down. Patrick, swing pass.
Debris Coleman.
To the outside. It's actually Barksdale, number 1, who gets it to the 36. And they mark it back to the 35, so a gain of 7 on the swing.
I was expecting that a little bit earlier. The quick passes, due to the fact that Maryland's defensive line is just coming off the ball, man. So just get the ball out the quarterback's hands fast into your athlete's hands and let them make a play. But the longer the quarterback holds the ball, it gives these Maryland defensive line a chance to get back there, and they're tough to block right now.
Cameron Allen Jones, 17, also in there, linebacker. It's 3rd down and 3. Patrick. Drop. Reed. First down.
At that time, they went trips to the boundary. They had 2 outs. The spacing looked a little bit off, but they made it work.
Clock stops at 1:08.
He's going to be spotted down.
Make it the 41 and a first down.
Gain of 6 and a Pennsylvania first down.
Ben, how important is a touchdown right here for Pennsylvania?
It'll do wonders for momentum. If you come out right here and you get stopped short, you're going to halftime with your head low. Score, walking in with your head high. Let's see what happens.
Plus, I get the ball back to start the second half, and the pass outside to Burdell. Fighting.
Stays in bounds. Clock still run.
45-yard line.
Brought down by number 9, A.J. Anderson.
And I'll tell you what, that route he ran was really good. One thing he did was he pressed the vertical as if he was, running a fly route, and then he stopped at the 5 yards for a 5-yard hitch. But just his release and his burst off the ball was really good.
This receiver has to get on the ball good.
Patrick looking Reed's way again. There's the inside cut. Try and get to the outside, but the defenders are right there. But
this kid is tough.
There's a Mark Bavaro impersonation right there. As the first down by Braden Reed gets him to the 42-yard line. That's a gain of 13.
Got a man down on the field.
And they move it up to the 42, so
it's like a lineman. Hopefully it's just a cramp. Hopefully.
Still comfortable temperatures out there, but yeah, if it is a cramp, that's best case scenario.
Not sure if that is the case or not.
Prior to the game, we had a chance to speak with a couple of the dignitaries that are here with Big 33. Let's see one of those interviews, please. It's Travis Sparks down here on the field with Brigadier General Frank Montgomery. Thanks for joining us today.
Thank you for having me.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Please tell us about the significance, with this being Memorial Day tomorrow, the significance of the holiday.
Sure. For the Memorial Day holiday, it's our most solemn.
Great job.
I look at it like this in a game of this situation. When you have to play man, I'm taking my shots at 50-50. Either you're going to catch the ball or you're going to get a flag.
Well, yeah.
Incomplete right there, right?
But you're right. 50-50 ball, the receiver needs to make it right. The receiver needs to make sure that nothing bad happens. The worst that should happen is an incompletion.
Watch Bazalka, 88, in the slot here at tight end here. We'll see if he tries to make a cut inside. One-on-one coverage to the outside for Burdell.
Anything you want. Come back, post, anything.
Patrick looking. Incomplete. Wanted Diaz Ellis had Vizalka out there too. And the rush.
Like PA had two guys in the same area.
They're putting the formation to the boundary, so it's kind of that's what's going on now.
Timeout Team PA. That's their third and final timeout of the half.
So Pennsylvania takes another timeout. Game brought to you by Community Aid. Behind every Big 33 star is a community that believes. Community Aid proudly sponsors the Big 33, supporting athletes and families with every donation. Give back, build futures. Learn more at communityaid.org. 68th renewal of the Big 33 Football Classic. We hope to hear in the second half from honorary chairman Gary Gilliam, who played in this game and had a 5-year career in the NFL with both Seattle and San Francisco. He is expected to join us here in the second half to talk about his Big 33 and NFL experience, and then Jamil's going to pick his brain about real estate in the area.
Absolutely. Talked a little bit, before the game, trying to pick each other's brain.
There's 5 seconds to go here and the scoreboard on the field, so this probably will be the final play of the first half.
Third down. Patrick.
Got to get it to the end zone.
Got the pass.
Oh, you get another play. You'll get another play.
That was an obvious tug on Santana Young's jersey. So 15 freebies for Pennsylvania and a first down. So move it up to the 27.
I'll be interested to see if Pennsylvania gets Santana Young going in the second half, man. He's a player that's really good with the ball in his hands after the catch. Comes from a great football family as well. Uncle Jeremiah Young played for Stilton. Broke a ton of records there. So I'll be interested to see if Pennsylvania can get him going, man. He's really good with the ball in his hands.
10-yard penalty will take the ball down to the 32-yard line.
So ball be on the 32-yard line. The quarterback definitely could reach the end zone from here. So looks like we get a Hail Mary. Or maybe a hook and ladder. Who knows?
Or they're going to try a field goal.
Maybe a field goal. Okay, yeah. Field goal range, you can say that.
It's a 10-yard penalty. So my correction to the 32. So they're going to bring the field goal team on. And Parker Johnson from Williamsport is going to try a 49-yard field goal.
Now, if I'm Maryland, I'm rushing this. I'm trying to block this. There's no way they're going to fake this field goal. I'm attacking and try to scoop and score for 6 more.
And as expected, Maryland takes their final timeout, so nobody's going to have any timeouts to take into the locker room.
Maybe they're setting up the field goal block right now. Maybe that's why they took the timeout, or maybe they're just trying to ice them.
They're just trying to ice them. I'd look at it like you only had 3 days of practice, so I don't know how much field goal block practice they got this week.
You could draw it up right there. They can pick things up and fly.
Hey, but for second half adjustments, if I'm Pennsylvania, you have a lot of fast, shifty receivers. We know that Maryland has to play man coverage. I'll start doing a lot of mesh routes. Let's get our guys the ball, try to get it to them quick, and let Maryland's DBs try to chase our guys in space, man. Get guys like Dominique Ellis and Santana Young. Let's get these guys in space and get the ball in their hands.
But Pennsylvania's having a hard time protecting though. Those D linemen they're making it hard for these quarterbacks to throw on time.
So 49 yards for Parker Johnson out of the hold of Gavin Menser. Left to right angle.
Well, they set up the return, Maryland did, so they're banking on this field goal being short.
And we have a flag. That would have been good.
Looks like it.
Oh, that would have been good from 55. See what the flag is.
False start. That hurts.
But if he kicks it as good as he just did, that might still make it.
I think it will, actually.
So 49 becomes 54 yards. I'd kick it again.
I feel like you have to. You have to kick it again.
Yeah, now that you know that there's no rush, he should be able to kick this freely.
So Parker Johnson from 54 yards out. They do have a return set up just in case this Maryland. Bad snap. And it never got there. So here's the return. And there's actually, so what happens is in Pennsylvania, and the rules are if it ends up in the end zone. And Madden Patrick back in from Danville.
See, we take a shot to Dominique.
Four receivers
he bailed out.
Quick out. Almost picked. Almost picked.
And that was a great break. That was a great break.
Isaac Ramsey from Oakland Mills.
That's a tough throw. You're throwing a 5-yard out route from the opposite hash. That's a very tough throw.
And trying to do that all in one motion. Getting the snap, getting a good grip on it, and trying to do that within like a second and a half. He wanted Braden Reed, and just a good read by Ramsey.
He's headed to Georgetown University.
Patrick, and a run to the near side with Barksdale.
That's nice.
Flag.
Barksdale on the carry. He's out near the 39.
So we got to the 39. It's a gain of 6, but let's see what the flag is.
On the offense or the defense?
Defense, like a face mask.
So 15 on the face mask. So that moves the ball into Maryland territory.
15-yard penalty, first and 10 team B at Maryland 40.
All right, Maryland's on the opposite side of the 50 here. See to take a shot.
Tell you what, though, man, Maryland's defensive backs are playing with so much confidence right now. You see, they have they're starting it off and pressing, and then on the snap they're bailing off. So, like they're playing some mind games right now with the quarterback.
Beating off the pressure that their D-line's causing right now.
Patrick with the Barksdale give. 40, 37-yard line.
Think Poteet inside zone.
Inside zone, you know, pressed the line of scrimmage, did a good cutback. But then the score is 35-7. Inside zone's not going to get it done right now.
9 yards, though. You can't argue with 9 yards. Defense got to get it stopped. That's what we're not talking about. Pennsylvania's defense has not played well today.
It's offensive line for Pennsylvania. Parker Cunningham, Jackson Bajanic Hubble, Shep Turk, Nate Stoll, Sean Tanner, Zach Coleman, Cole Euchre, Nolan Bazalka. They've had their hands full with Maryland's front four tonight. Patrick on the option and had to duck so that he could keep his head about him.
Good play. He knew to down the distance, which was smart. Got down.
Chris Coffey was aggressive on his attempt. He came up a little lame, but trying to walk it off and stay on the field. It is a first down for Pennsylvania to the 35. And he's down. Cramp. He's going to try and run it off.
That's what we don't want. We don't want guys getting hurt here. I see people limping on and off the field. Good job, coach.
Patrick in the gun at the 35.
Everybody's playing off. Let's see what they give you. Hits.
Outside.
Dropped the ball.
Dropped it, picked it back up. Trying to make the most of it.
Late hit.
So Zion Burdell from Abraham Lincoln. Caught it, dropped it, picked it up. Now like the result of the flag.
It's like the Maryland defender might have got a hand on the ball, causing a fumble.
No, we were talking about the lineman, number 55, Shep Turk, went to Thomas Jefferson. He'll be going to the University of Pittsburgh. had a chance to play under Coach Narduzzi, and one thing I can tell you this, he will be running the football, so he doesn't have to worry about so much pass blocking he's doing today. Coach Narduzzi, you are going to get after it. You are going to run the ball, Shep. So
Turk, All-State. Also, he was a WPIAL heavyweight champion in wrestling.
That's good. Tough kid. Tough kid. That's good. So one thing about Coach Narduzzi in Pittsburgh, hard-nosed coach. He wants to. He's big on just being physical. Big on being physical.
First down inside the red zone. Let's see what Pennsylvania has for us.
Screen.
I just set up the screen.
Patrick. All right, did he catch it? Yes, he did, and he shouldn't have, because that's a loss of about. Let's see how much yards he ended up losing, because they had to get to the 3 for a first down.
They were in the red zone. Now they're out the red zone.
It's tough. A game like this, you get behind, because you only get to practice so many days, so you only have so much offense in. So it's tough.
And for most of these players, the last time they took a snap was November.
Exactly.
They might have played some other sports, but odds are they really didn't. Timeout, and Pennsylvania will take a timeout here.
That's tough, man. You can't really get too frustrated at the kids. Like they only practiced 3 days this week. It rained every day. Every day they had practice this week. So as far as alignment issues and things of that nature, even the chemistry with the quarterback and the receivers, you're gonna have a lot of issues. But it's part of the game. It's what everyone signed up for, and Maryland had the same issues, so can't really make too many excuses for Pennsylvania.
Shout out to all the host families for hosting these Big 33 players from around Pennsylvania and Maryland. Also to the buddies and the parents and everybody involved here with Big 33. Also, for the three of us, shout out to our families for letting us do this. My wife texted me and said, "Your daughter fell asleep listening to you."
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm interested to see what my boys have to say, when I get home about my performance.
Back in the shotgun is Madden Patrick. Second and long.
Okay.
Rolling to his left again.
You got him.
He's got a man wide open on the right side if he wants him. Instead, goes to the back of the end zone, and it's a touchdown. He had about 3 different options and decided to go to Dominic Diaz-Ellis from Bishop McDevitt, part of that 5A state championship team here in Pennsylvania. It's a touchdown, and it's a light show.
Travis, he is from the Bishop McDevitt. Okay, he is from the Bishop McDevitt. Let's go, Damo. Let's go.
Good job, Damo, representing the Mid-Penn. On his way to Akron University. Cherish the moment. He'll probably remember that for the rest of his life.
And let's not discount the throw that Madden made.
Absolutely.
Going to the right, rolling to his left, and happened to go off balance. And he had 5 different options, and he went with that one, and it was good. And extra point is good as well. So it's 35-14. Maryland leading Pennsylvania. Yep, there's the roll to the left, Keep throwing it back, and
that's a great
touchdown.
Catch.
Great catch.
Got about 3 guys that had their hands up. I got it. Touchdown.
Usually when that happens, somebody ran the wrong route, but it all worked out this time.
Diaz-Ellis from the Bishop McDevitt University. Bishop McDevitt University. Listen, you got me doing it now. I don't think anybody's going to Ohio State, so we can give the V to Bishop McDevitt here. 73 receptions, 1,364 yards, 18 touchdowns. He will be an Akron Zip in 2025.
I think his best football is ahead of him. Having a chance to obviously be around the program and go to practice and everything. Seeing him, just develop from last year's summer workouts to the end state championship game.
So if you're Pennsylvania, do you onside kick right here?
Well,
you can't. You haven't stopped them.
No. Yeah. The question would be, did you practice it at all this week?
I feel like you don't want to give them quarterbacks the ball in the middle of the field. No, kick it deep.
And if it's going back and forth like it has been, it would be Devon Smith Jr. who would get this possession.
Oh, yes.
So, and he has been running all over the place tonight. Some other colleges that are going to be benefiting from players on the field tonight. The Maine Black Bears, the Youngstown State Penguins, Long Island, Marist, Westchester, Stony Brook. East Stroudsburg is going to get a lot of these Pennsylvania players. Also,
are they getting the ball back? Is there a rule?
I think the rule. Listen to the PA here. So if you're down by 3 or more scores, you can receive the kickoff and get another possession. They're down by 3 scores. So Maryland's going to kick to Pennsylvania again. They're going to take that option.
Yeah, this happened to me when I played. This isn't good.
Some other colleges benefiting from Pennsylvania players. IUP, Indiana University of Pennsylvania, James Madison, Purdue, California University of Pennsylvania, Princeton, Elon, Kutztown, and also University of Delaware, where Ty Salazar, one of the injured players, is going. And we mentioned earlier South Carolina, Kentucky, Connecticut, and Missouri.
I'm excited to see the University of Delaware, man, play this year. They again, they have a nice recruiting class, and I believe they play Colorado this year. So you know, a couple, tough games early, but they have a good class coming in. So I'm excited to see Delaware play.
Is that out at Boulder?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So I was going to say, Deion Sanders coming to Newark, Delaware. Oh boy,
hey, that would have been nice.
Well, he could have linked up with Deshaun Jackson. Deshaun Jackson, not too far from Newark.
That's
Delaware
true.
State.
That's true.
Absolutely.
Deshaun is a Delaware State Hornet now. That'd be interesting.
See if you could turn that program around.
The Maryland fans are booming because of the.
Oh, hold on.
It looks like.
Or is it a flip here?
It might be a fourth quarter rule.
Oh.
Because when I said it happened to me, we were getting it didn't matter when I played. We were getting blown out.
A couple years ago, right? That happened a couple years ago.
A decade.
All right, so we just learned, as did everybody here in the stadium, that rule got kicked out of the rule book a couple years ago. So now it is we're flipped back to Pennsylvania kicking off here. Learn something every night here.
Tell you what, though, Ben. I'm not kicking it back there to him. I'm a sky kick it short.
You might be better off just onside kicking it, Ben, honestly.
So, Travis, we are at 3 minutes. We are 4 minutes and 23 seconds of the third quarter. We start having the MVP talks.
Yeah, we do have to start.
Right now, I might have to go with Maryland's D-line. Give me all 4 of them.
Ooh.
Well, Ben, we don't have that many trophies.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
So we got to pick one guy.
They can share it.
Yeah, if it's a guy, if the trophy is the replica of a guy holding a football, all right, one guy can have the helmet, one guy can have the football, one guy can have the shoulder pads, and one guy can have the knee and the leg pads.
Still got a little bit of football left to decide that.
And they kicked it to him.
Yep, deep kick to the 5, up to the 20.
Oh, my God.
There's the gap, but it
Good
closed
tackle.
quickly, and there's a flag.
Uh-oh.
And that flag came from the opposite side, and it seemed like it was thrown from Harrisburg all the way over here.
Tell you what, the flag saved him. Sky kick it. Get it away from that kid.
And a hold, and it'll be sent back.
So, Ben, I know you said the MVP, the Maryland D-line. I'm gonna play devil's advocate, man. I think Blower, man, he's playing really good football right now.
Blower is playing very well, but so is Davon Smith, the athlete that's out here running crazy. So we'll see. Again, there's a lot of time left. It's 4 minutes left in the third quarter and a whole another quarter after that.
Let's see who's that quarterback.
I think it's Smith going to be back in at quarterback.
The one that just returned the kickoff return is going right back in at quarterback.
He's got Tywan Reed, who had an 88-yard touchdown earlier tonight, to his side. King Jones, who had a touchdown tonight. He's there in the H-back position.
Here comes the jet.
There's a jet sweep. No, it's going to be a throw by Smith, and he gets out to Halbert, but a great open field tackle by Pennsylvania by Amari Jackson from Beaver area.
So I wonder if Amari Jackson was just right there, the student of the game. Maryland lined up in that tight bunch formation earlier in the game and ran the same exact type of play. So I wonder if now Pennsylvania is, I mean, it's a little late, but I wonder if now they're starting to notice what Maryland's doing.
He's also committed to Villanova. And with Braden Reed.
Maryland had a lot of success with the quarterback run game and also the jet sweep. So let's see if they get back to that, because they don't want to get behind here on the sticks when Pennsylvania getting hot offensively.
Smith gives it to Tywan Reed. Breaks free. 35, 36. Stop the clock. First down.
Poteet, you know, anytime you can just hand it off on inside zone and get 11 yards, that's makes the game a whole lot easy for everybody on your offense.
Yeah, especially offensive line. Maryland's offensive line is creating a new line of scrimmage. So as a running back, you appreciate that. You know, you're not making guys miss in the backfield. First time he's actually getting anyone putting his hands on him is 4 or 5 yards down the field. So shout out to Maryland's offensive line. They are, again, creating a new line of scrimmage and making it easy for the backs to navigate through. I don't know, Travis. I became a fan of the Maryland's quarterback run game.
I was leaning Smith myself. Leaning Davon Smith too. We'll see how third and fourth quarter play out here as we have timeout by Maryland. We'll keep it here, 2:40 and counting to go here in the fourth quarter. Let's give some shout outs to the schools represented here, not just some of the big ones like we've mentioned, like Dundalk and Northern, Forest Park, Oxon Hill, Randallstown, but also Wise High School, Concordia Prep, Quince Orchard we've mentioned, Franklin High School, that's where Anthony Gibson is from, Northwest High, where Ramesh Jones goes to, Patuxent, Aberdeen, we mentioned Stephen Decatur earlier, Arundel, Huntingtown, Curley, Walkersville, Mount St. Joe's, and Calvert Hall. And from Pennsylvania, we got representatives here from Montour, Steel Valley, Imhotep, Central Bucks South, Martin Luther King High in Philadelphia, Manheim Township, Marion Catholic in Schuylkill County. Also got plenty from Roman Catholic, Pittsburgh Central Catholic here in North Penn, Pope John Paul II. Plum High School just outside of Pittsburgh, Penn Trafford, also a member of the Whitfield. State College, Little Lions, Pine Richland, Thomas Jefferson has a bunch here, Upper St. Clair, Elizabeth Forward, Scranton, Red Lion in York County, Central Dauphin, Perkiomen Valley.
There's Smith back there making guys miss.
Cumberland Valley as Davon Smith keeps going. He's the Energizer Bunny. He makes it to the 47-yard line of Pennsylvania.
I don't know, Poteet. I'm leaning towards him right now.
He's getting Maryland out of bad situations, but my God, man, he has the touchdowns, man. So,
he has touchdowns too.
I don't know.
He got touchdowns too. And kick returns.
That was the stop PA needed right there too.
What you thinking, Poe? Inside zone? But he got the numbers in there.
Let me see.
They
have number up. Yeah.
They got the numbers.
Yep.
Smith.
Oh.
Now he's going to throw over the middle. Caught. Short gain.
It's a good first down gain. It's about, 5 yards?
You know what that tells me?
What's that?
That Maryland is getting close to that 60% mark as far as having to throw the football. That's why they did that pass, exactly. You know, with this game, you have to throw the ball 60% of the time. So I believe, they were getting close to that number, so I had to put the ball in the air.
I envy the person who has to keep those stats.
I know, that's terrible.
But they probably envy us for having to call the game.
I've kept stats for 30 plus years. I've never had to keep a play count like that, a ratio of run to pass.
Yeah, 43 in the slot. Check the jet sweep here. Yep. There you go.
Miles Halbert. He gets
33.
run. Flag.
Yeah, 43.
Yep. He does set the edge.
Uh-oh.
He's throwing punches.
Come on, guys. Well, it might be the end of the night for somebody.
Yeah.
I didn't see it in person, so there are going to be some flags. They did clean it up here in the second half, but that just wiped that off.
But on a better note, number 34 for Pennsylvania with a great stop, setting the edge on that jet sweep. Tasso Whipple headed to IUP.
Gotta get the guys to the sideline, get them away from each other.
It's like they're getting 2 linemen in there and 2 linemen out of there.
Yeah, it's never good when the play started on the, 46, and linemen are down there on the 20 fighting. So that's not good for one of the linemen being all the way down there.
So the gain went for 5 yards, and then the flag. And off to the side here, they were staying on the sidelines for Evan Blower to get warm. Now Maryland calling for everybody to huddle up.
First flag is holding against the offense.
Okay, we had a hold.
Have to play personal foul.
Personal foul both sides.
Sitting against both teams.
Maryland crowd not happy here. They didn't feel as though they warranted an unnecessary roughness penalty. They thought Pennsylvania was the culprit. But
So Maryland has both quarterbacks in. They have Blower and also Smith Jr. in the backfield. So I don't know if we're getting a trick play here or we're getting, let me see. Yep, they're both in the backfield.
Moved it down back to first down. Now they've got to mark off the holding penalty yet.
definitely probably is something tricky coming.
Yeah, I don't know. Are we getting a flea flicker? Is Maryland trying to,
Might get some type of option pass.
So both quarterbacks are in the back. Is that both Smith and Blower in the backfield?
Smith and Blower.
Second and 15.
First down. It is first down.
First and 2 sticks.
I'll tell you what, and then they have the corner pressing down here to the boundary. Blower showed that he can make that deep throw. So let's see what Maryland does here.
Now they corrected the second down.
It is second and 15 at the 49.
Hopefully we've got everything squared away and we can.
What if we get a pitch pass here? He pitches it to Smith, and
That's what I'm thinking.
and it throws the fly over here. Okay.
Smith in the backfield. They're going to him. They're trying to get him the MVP for real. Oh,
Nice try. Incomplete.
good pass.
So it'll be third and 15. We'll see if Smith stays in the game. He does, and Blower comes out. So Smith will stay in at quarterback. King Jones comes back in.
So with King Jones coming back in, do you think on this third and long they try to take a shot, or they keep the ball on the ground and do some quarterback run game or split zone that work for them?
I would take a shot here. You got nothing to lose. Up by 3 touchdowns. Just add some excitement in here. Get your fans wound up.
Achilles Whitby back in at tight end. Also in William Johns, number 16 from Oxon Hill. He comes to the near side. Far side is Kendall Dorsey from Randallstown.
Yep, and it's the quarterback run game for the right. But they ran the power play off this as well. There we go.
They give.
Never good when you're running laterally and backwards.
Taiwan Reed. And
there they go.
more of the same thing.
thing about it is Pennsylvania, they're a couple plays away, but they just, they got to keep their composure, try to stay in the game.
Well, they get the ball back here. Looks like they will not need to run a play.
I'll take the quarter.
Yeah, they would not need to run a play, so it'll be into the third quarter coming up.
Author of the greatest comeback in NFL history in 1992, and also was the coach several times in the NFL, and was offensive coordinator for Super Bowl 52 champion Philadelphia Eagles. Gump May, longtime coach here in Central PA. Doug Duval is a coach and a contributor. Ty Fountain, a cheerleader. Coy Wire, who played with the Atlanta Falcons. Also then great career with CNN. And, of course, our honorary chairman this year, Gary Gilliam, who played with the Seahawks and the 49ers. So congratulations to those legends of the Big 33. Definitely. From the 49 of Pennsylvania, Maryland takes back over as we start the fourth quarter.
On fourth down, they're not punting the ball. Talk about playing aggressive, Poe.
So 4th and 13.
He's punting.
Quick kick.
Very close to the line of scrimmage.
Oh!
Good roll for Pennsylvania down to the, for Maryland down to the 21-yard line. 28-yard punt. So Pennsylvania takes over at their own 21.
28 yards on the punt and no return.
So Travis, you were saying earlier that I know you were excited about Gary. You were a Seahawks fan?
I have been a Seahawks fan since 1984.
I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that, man.
Who you like?
I'm an Eagles fan right now.
Right now. Oh, my God. Eagles fan right now, he had to add.
Eagles fan right now.
You're probably a Maryland fan right now. Team Maryland.
Hey, back to the game. Let's go. Depressing Dominic Diaz-Ellis. Let's go.
Madden Patrick.
Oh. Okay.
The give inside. That looked like a jet sweep coming back, and taking it was Zion Brettel. Excuse me, no, that was 4 rather. Jabri Wallace-Coleman.
I know as a back, you want to get the running backs involved in the game as much as possible, especially that guy, being a 4-star guy, but being down 35-14, and it's tough. We got to put the ball in there. If they want a shot at this one, especially if they're pressing over there in the boundary, you got to be able to take a shot.
And Maryland's D-line has also done a good job against the run as well.
Correction, Walls back in at quarterback. Give again, not much.
99. That's Emily Dory is headed to Merrimack College from Calvert Hall. Great stop right there. He's one of those D linemen that's all game has been getting penetration for Maryland.
Third down. Walls looks over.
Got our guy Braden Reed in the slot from Villanova. Let's see if they take a shot with him.
Going down the left side.
There it goes.
Caught.
He's off to
Zion Brettel. He's off to the races. Touchdown.
50-50. You got to get those guys a chance. Either they're going to catch a pass like that, or you might get a pass interference. Do we have a ball game here?
I've seen it done before, down 21 in the fourth quarter. It's not impossible. Now they cut it down to 2 scores, so get a stop. Momentum. Got the momentum back on your side.
78 yards on the touchdown. Hiccup.
Now, Zion Brettel is actually headed to Syracuse University, so right there you saw his ball skills, the way how he was able to track it. He had to turn around, track it, and then catch and get vertical at full speed. He did all those things. Great athlete.
The one thing with him, man, he has a really good release off the ball. All his routes is like a fly route. Really, really exciting kid to watch play, man. I'm excited to see him at Syracuse.
Parker Johnson's kick heads out to Route 11. It's good. And 35-21.
This is a two-possession game, fellas. It's a ball game now. One stop.
There we go. There's a replay. He did a speed release. Went back. 50-50 ball. He got it.
Pulled away.
Good protection that time from the Pennsylvania offensive line.
Absolutely. Hey, shout out to my guys back home watching that play receiver here in the Big 33. Aaron Berry, Brian Lamel, Tyler Boyd. You see me throwing that speed release there, so you guys don't try to say anything to me later, but I don't know what I'm talking about the receiver position. You see, speed release, he won the 50-50 ball there, man.
So Pennsylvania has scored twice in a row here in the second half. Baden Patrick had a touchdown throw to Dominic Diaz-Ellis, and then Jair Walls to Zion Burdell for the 78-yard touchdown.
Coach Ortega has to feel better about himself now. I'm sure at halftime he was a little frustrated. Now he's got some points on the board, putting out a good product. Now it's time to finish strong and make this a game and hopefully come back and take the lead.
Just don't kick the ball deep. Okay, so they have more guys over here. Are we expecting an onside kick, a sky kick over here? Let's see.
Late guy running onto the field.
And they kicked it deep. Did he get it to the end zone?
He
Yes.
did. Well, that's one way to stop a return.
Absolutely. So this is big. 10 minutes left. Maryland's going, but this is where it gets interesting as far as the 60% throwing the football. Where's Maryland at as far as the run pass percentage? Do they have to put the ball in the air? So the All-Star game rules make it interesting right now.
But if you're Coach Tom Abel from Maryland, even if you do have to pass the ball, there's ways to pass the ball that are less riskier than others. So
absolutely, and he's been doing that today as far as his jet sweeps. Doing his jet sweeps as far as throwing like the little shovel pass. So that's a pass play. It's an extension of the run game, but it's in football rules it's a pass. So looks like we might be getting some zone work here.
Evan Blauer, he keeps it himself to the 25, inside to the 28-yard line.
As a quarterback, it's a fine line because you want to run hard, but you also want to protect yourself.
Pennsylvania has to be smart in this point of the game, just walking away.
There's a lot of time left. Kids have to understand that. 10 minutes left in the quarter is a lot of time. It's about 2 or 3 possessions.
Can we get an overtime in the Big 33?
Well, do you play for the overtime or you go for the lead if it comes down to it?
What coach are you asking? Am I Maryland or PA?
At this point, you would have to be PA.
I'm playing for overtime.
Kendall Dorsey, tribe-wise, in here for Maryland on second down.
Okay.
Bad snap.
Receivers get a block.
Flag on the play. Out of bounds.
Got a holding?
Definitely in the area of holding.
Yeah.
Holding against the offense.
Like Maryland's trying to keep PA in the game.
We got a second and long coming up. It'll be interesting to see if Coach Tom Abel goes in the air or keeps it on the ground.
So number 43 just came in. He's the jet sweep guy. So let's see what they do there. If they give him the jet sweep to try to, cut the down and distance down some, or see what they do here.
Miles Halbert.
They might use him as a decoy and throw something behind it. We'll see.
Let's see.
We also got 16 William Johns in there, 1 Kendall Dorsey. Devin Blower takes the snap, back to throw. Looks, goes deep, goes to Halbert.
Wow. What a play. What a play by Halbert. The James Madison commit makes an exceptional play over 2 defenders when it matters most.
That was big. That was a big-time play.
22, Lewis Gaddy cramped up on the play. He will come off.
If I'm Team PA, you don't want a better situation than that. You know, 50-50 ball, my guy versus your guy. He just made the better play.
Actually, on the PA's defensive, is my 2 guys versus your 1 guy.
Can't ask for a better situation. That was a good job by Blower. Just giving your guy a chance to make a play. Put the ball in there, give your guy a chance to make a play.
People underestimate how hard it is to run full speed and track a long pass down the field. You know, these guys out here make it look easy, but that is not an easy play.
With 2 guys around you trying to defend you, too.
It takes a great deal of concentration and focus to make that play.
Maryland Crive.
Delay game.
Yep. They're going to grant him the timeout or make him go back 5 yards. Let's see.
I'm interested to see what Maryland does here. They come back to the quarterback run game, some split zone they ran, or see what they do. Do they take another shot?
Why not? All-star game, up 2 scores. What you got to lose? Give a guy a chance.
They granted him the timeout so they don't lose the yardage.
I'm putting the ball in Blower's hands, man. Quarterback run game. Just want to be safe. In 9 minutes, let's get out the game safe and win. Hey, shout out to my guy, Rashid Abraham. He's the running back coach at Richmond. He's a Big 33 alum. He played for Maryland. And he told me that Maryland was coming for us this year and they were gonna win. So I told you, man, if it was looking ugly for us, I was gonna let you hear about it. So, you know, shout out to you. You called this one.
But again, still not over. 9 minutes left, 4th quarter. We've seen crazier things happen.
And with the rules in place where you've got to pass more than you run, you never know what could happen here.
That's what makes the game really interesting right now.
Pennsylvania's playing 10 yards off in the slot. See if they stick to the run.
Blower to Cox, and no. Michael Gall from State College in there on the tackle, among others. And Khalid Bueno from Martin Luther King High.
You know what? He lost 3, but I actually think that's a good call. You know, Maryland's offensive line been controlling the line of scrimmage all day, so you know I don't think that's a bad call. Getting a chance to keep the clock running as well. So that's a good call by Maryland.
Spoken like a true running back.
Absolutely. So they have 43 in the slot. Does he get the jet sweep here? All right. Quick game.
Okay. Nice pass. Is that Halbert?
Yes, it is.
Yes.
Looks like Blower is having a good connection with Miles Halbert.
About third and 5.
And that play he threw before he turned around. The receiver knew the ball was going to be there. He was ready, caught it. Good job, good offense. What we got here, 3rd and about 5?
Yeah. I think this is 2 down. This is, you know, I'm going for it on 4th down regardless.
2 down territory for sure.
Absolutely. Me personally, if I'm calling a game, quarterback run game. See what happens here.
Got the hits, the number 2 out here.
Got it.
Blower.
Oh, it was the out. Can he make somebody miss?
To Halbert?
No, he cannot.
4th down.
30-yard line.
Oh, we got 15 yards.
And that's going back. Is that?
Yeah, 15 yards on Maryland to be 4th and long. That was a questionable call. The lineman came. He didn't know what was going on behind him, whether the receiver got tackled or not. He's running full speed. He probably didn't even hear the whistle. I wouldn't be too mad at my lineman for that one.
And it's a dead ball foul, so it's 4th down.
Hard. That was a little bit late.
That was late. You up 2 touchdowns.
But you know, when you slow it down and run it back, everything hindsight is 20/20.
After playing personal foul against Team Maryland, moves the ball back to 45-yard line.
So we've got to get it to about the 24 for a first down.
They'll bring up 4th down.
Lauer coming back in. We want 7:25 on the clock.
You think pooch punt again?
Absolutely.
Of course, Matt Ortega wants more time on the clock.
Usually when a quarterback pooch punches, he steps back to about 7 yards to kick it. Last time he kicked it from about 5 yards. It almost hit the lineman in the back. Right now, it looks like he's standing at about 6. So.
If I'm PA right now, I'm having a conversation with my offensive line. Like, they are really important right now. Obviously, we know that Maryland's D-line is trying to just get after it. We know they're in a pass situation, so I'm talking to my guys, man. They gotta protect.
Also, knowing that Maryland likes to pooch punt, I'll be interested to see if PA puts somebody back deep, try to steal some yards.
So they have 12 in the game. They have our guy.
Zion Burdell.
Zion Burdell. He's
Not
there.
lined up deep yet.
That's right. Burdell is not a safety, so let's see if he sneaks back there, catches the ball, and makes something happen.
Official in the Maryland huddle, talking things over with Evan Blauer. They break huddle. 25-second clock hasn't started yet. So we got to wait for everything to be hunky-dory with the officials. All right, now we can play.
It's very close.
Pooch punt again.
Somebody back deep.
Could bounce into the end zone.
Have to have somebody back.
How about the 2-yard line? How about the 1-yard line?
That's why it's so critical to have a return man back there. Just the threat of that is going to prevent that. He can fair catch it, or he can catch it and get yards and potentially break a long run. But to not have anybody back there, that really hurts your team.
That's tough.
So 1st and 99 for Pennsylvania.
Yeah, that's tough.
That ball bounced at about the 13-yard line, ended up at the 1, so you got a negative 12 yards on that.
If you're Pennsylvania, do you throw a shot here?
Why not? Why not? What do you got to lose at this point?
Well, at least go on 2. Hopefully they go on 2, try to draw them off sides that way.
And then your guy jump on side.
And then you don't lose no yards. That's the benefit of it.
Reed in the slot. Diaz Ellis here to the near side. Patrick in the gun. Now they run it.
Oof.
Try and get it out of the end zone and get maybe a yard. That was selfish there. I wanted a 99 touchdown.
I did too. I feel like it would have been the longest touchdown in Big 33 history.
I don't think Maryland's D-line was having that one.
Jaquan Jenkins being first on the stop for Team Maryland. 2nd down and 9.
A lot of this nice crowd here still here.
They are pressing in the slot.
Yeah, yes, they are. See if they take a shot. Looks like he's checking to something.
5 on the play clock.
Oh,
Patrick.
Take it.
good defense.
Yes, it is.
He almost
Oh,
stepped
is that
in the back
holding?
line.
We got a flag in the secondary.
I wonder if that's holding on that defensive back that was pressing in the slot. Seemed like they were going back and forth there, hand fighting each other.
Looked like the offense initiated the contact.
Yep.
So 10 yards and a first down.
That's big.
So now PA has some breathing room. They need to get moving, though.
Go with the run. And we've got some fighting on the other side again. So.
I just feel like, down 2 touchdowns, 5 minutes left. I feel like I'm big on the 50-50 balls right now.
But you taking a shot with your receiver one-on-one?
Absolutely. You won with 12 earlier, Zion Burdell, and he won earlier. And go back to him.
I will be looking for him right now. Him or Braden Reed, one of those two.
Hurry up offense for Pennsylvania.
You got
they want the shovel pass and don't get anywhere with it.
It's like the D-line stayed home in the middle linebacker. Great defense by Team Maryland. There's a lot of motion and gadget going on in that play, but everybody stayed locked in, did their job. Good job on the Maryland defense.
Jabri Wallace-Coleman loses a yard on the catch. It's 4th down. And it could be it's 3rd down, excuse me. Patrick.
Oh, reverse elite.
Got a reverse.
Reverse with a lead blocker.
With a flag. Coming back to the near side.
That's Riddell. That's our guy,
Zion Burdell. And finally brought down.
It's like Pennsylvania went deep into the playbook with that one.
Well, if I'm Maryland, I'm saying wave it off.
Yeah.
Bring up 4th down.
See, I look at it like Pennsylvania, they have to be able to attack on the early downs. When Maryland's pressing those guys on the outside, that's when you want to, take those shots. And
well, it looks like Maryland's DBs are just getting the better of the Pennsylvania receivers right now in the press.
Yeah, but to help Maryland DBs out, their defensive line is playing a great game.
Playing phenomenal.
Yeah. Not giving them a long time to cover, so.
Playing phenomenal.
So back in is Menser to punt.
I think on that drive, we only had, one pass play?
End over end and caught on the ground, 47-yard line. Maryland will take over when we come back. 4 minutes to go. 35-21. Maryland leading Pennsylvania at the Big 33 Football Classic.
What is life-changing medicine? Is it returning to the playing field or your favorite hiking path after an injury? Or running with your grandkids after a joint replacement? At UPMC, life-changing medicine is all those things. Through innovative research, rehabilitation, and advanced surgical procedures, our experts get you back to what you love doing. UPMC, life-changing medicine.
Enjoying the weekend doesn't have to be expensive. It doesn't require a ticket to get in, large crowds, or wasting your time in traffic. Enjoying the weekend, and I mean truly making the most of it, it's just a decision that you make. It's the people you spend it with. Again and again at the end of every week. It's right there waiting for you.
Hi, I'm Linda Johnston. And I'm Nancy Ryan. Linda, can you believe it's been 30 years of making homes brighter with Renewal by Andersen?
That's 3 decades of beautiful windows and doors, happy homeowners, and energy savings.
And to celebrate, we're rolling out our biggest savings yet, because 30 years calls for something special.
Need new windows or doors? Let's make this the year your home gets the upgrade it deserves.
Call now for your down-to-the-penny price quote.
Here's to 30 more.
Big 33 Football Classic from Cumberland Valley High School in Sinking Spring Township, Pennsylvania, just outside of the state capital of Harrisburg. 35-21. Maryland leading Penn State. Flag on the play as Taiwan Reed goes nowhere. So 15 yards. That'll take it to the 33 of Pennsylvania.
Penalties and turnovers have really hurt Pennsylvania today.
Absolutely.
With that being said, they're down 14 points. If you take away the 2 turnovers, who knows what could happen. You can always say if, but I just think turnovers and penalties played a huge role in this game, just like every other football game, honestly.
Had 2 interceptions early on in the first quarter. Had another interception called back.
There's that bunch set.
Smith.
Last time we had this was a quarterback run.
There he is.
He runs it to the left. Student body left.
Making people miss. Right now he's the best athlete on the field.
First down. Thought I was actually looking at Lamar Jackson there for a moment.
I won't put that on him yet.
If he would have made another pirouette, then possibly.
But no, heck of a player going to, once again, Smith, he's going to Central Connecticut State as an athlete. So I'll be interested again to see if he's a defensive back or receiver or quarterback.
Hey, Travis, since you're on the quarterback thing, that was another Tony Romo. I just throwing that out there. Maybe getting some jet sweep action here.
Tap pass to the outside, to the 25, and to the 21-yard line.
First down. It accomplished 2 things for Maryland. Got them on as far as the percentage done for the 60% because it was a pass, and then moved the stick. So.
Jeremiah Anamalichi Ford with the reception and the first down.
I'll tell you what, that was a great defensive play by number 25, Darian Nelson, who's committed to St. Francis University.
Okay, St. Francis. Shout out to my guy, Lloyd Hill.
At the 21.
Okay, 44 is back in the game again. Some run. Wonder if they're going to do that pull. Yep, there he is.
With King Jones leading the way, it's almost a touchdown for Maryland. Devin Cox with the run. And goal to go again for Maryland.
I'll tell you what, these Maryland fans are super excited right now.
I would be too, though. I would be too.
Yes, you should.
Because the narrative of the game is, they come here, Pennsylvania, dominates the game. And one thing, again, Ben, we were here all day today, and Maryland, that's one of the things their players emphasize on today is just making a statement. Coming out early and making a statement they were going to dominate the game, and they're doing it. So
yeah, I felt the confidence when we were in the locker room as well. They definitely believe that they can win this game.
It's a quarterback run right.
Jones to his right, trying to outrun everybody. Makes 1 cut, makes 2 cuts. Can't make a 3rd cut and gets stuck at the 5-yard line. Under 2 to go here.
We got 2nd and goal here, Travis.
2nd down. 5. Smith comes back over. Wants Whitby back in as tight end.
You think Pope? You think QB Keith?
They took a lineman out, put a guy in. I think we might get some play action waggle here. I'm not sure.
Play action waggle to the flats. I think that's a good call.
Let me see.
It's a good call.
Whitby moves to the right side.
They got our guy 44 on the left, so it's like we're gonna get some run action with the running back.
So fake right, boot left.
Bootleg left, wants to now throw left. Pass to the end zone, incomplete.
It looked like somebody went the wrong way there. Something didn't look right.
Pass intended for number 16, William Johns, incomplete. Bring up third down and 5.
1:06 to go here. Third down.
So this will go down as Maryland's first win in 7 years. Is that correct, Travis?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Good for them. Good for Maryland.
Of course, we did not play in 2020 and had to go back to last decade before the last time Maryland came up to Pennsylvania with a victory.
So they have one play. Does Maryland kneel it, or do they go? They go for a touchdown?
No, there's a minute and 5 seconds left.
Oh, there's.
Yeah,
oh,
minute,
okay,
1:05 left.
Okay, let's see what they give us.
Cox to his left.
They have the tight set. When they did this last time, it was a quarterback. Okay. When they lined up in the tight set last time, it was a quarterback sprint out to the left. Quarterback run game.
Maryland takes a timeout. Just want to get everything set up and right for this.
Now, if you're Pennsylvania right here, you're still playing for pride here. No, you're not going to let nobody just punch you in the mouth. You're going to try to make a play here. You never know. You can get a strip sack, strip six, pick six. Keep playing to the whistles.
Hey, Ben, I have to disagree. I was on the other side of that butt whooping. When we played Ohio, we were just trying to get out of the game.
You trying to get out of here healthy?
Just trying to get out and get something to eat. Yeah, I guess the biggest thing is you want to get out healthy. You know, a lot of these guys are, for us, they moved the game. Because when we played, it was, I think it was in June, so we were going to college the next day. So we just wanted to get out and just go to school. But for these guys, you know,
there's a lot of cameras out here, man. I'm trying to make a play.
Special thanks to Gary Cathel and everybody at Big 33 for their hospitality, of course, to Cumberland Valley High School. Another fantastic experience this year from Big 33. Third down and goal.
Are we getting jet sweep action? Okay.
Over. Q-Keep. Oh, no, he's
Smith.
Back in the end zone.
Throws.
Touchdown.
Touchdown.
There it is. I might have stamped the MVP for him. I might have stamped the MVP for Smith.
Kendall Dorsey from Randallstown gets the touchdown. And the light show.
Yeah, that's a great job, Maryland. Great job, Maryland's coaches, especially the offensive coordinator. Man, he put up his game plan today was awesome. You know,
he stuck with what was working. That's what I can give it to him. He didn't overthink it. He kept it simple.
And he played to both quarterback strengths too. He didn't want to put the ball in the air too much with them guys, but just use their athletic ability.
Yes, he did. And it's hard not having many practices to get the chemistry and know who you got. But obviously, he kept it simple. Let the guys play football. Let them play free. And they out here playing fast.
Zayden Faridi, 6 for 6 on extra points tonight, making it 42-21.
That's a great throw, rolling to his left, getting his shoulders back square, throwing it to the receiver in perfect stride.
So the ride down I-83 is going to be a lot happier this year for the folks from the Free State, as Maryland has a 3-touchdown lead at 54 seconds left to go. Coming up right after the clock hits triple zeros, we'll name our player of the game.
Yep, right now it's a party over here on Maryland's sideline.
Yes, yes. So congratulations, Coach Tom Abel, who will be heading to Northern High School next year after victory here tonight at the Big 33. Kicks away. There's Reed.
Brandon Reed, the Nova commit. Looks like he's trying to get a nice highlight.
To the 36. 50-plus yard kick return off the squib kick.
Back to Coach Tom Abel for Maryland once again. He has a career record of 28 wins and 6 losses. So he's had a lot of wins under his belt. And as you can see, he has his team prepared, fired up, and executing the day. Shout out to Coach Abel.
Oh, another flag.
Block in the back called against Pennsylvania, so they will mark it back.
That's one demoralizing feeling. When you have a nice play, a nice run, think you did good, you jump, celebrate, and you turn around and you see yellow on the field.
So back to their own 31 goes Pennsylvania.
Yeah, congratulations to Maryland. And
they definitely earned it.
Absolutely. And also to Pennsylvania as well, and to all these kids. And it's an honor to play in this game, man. You work your butts off to, playing games like this. So congratulations to both teams.
Hey, just getting named to this team, you had to have done something right.
Absolutely.
A lot of things right along the way. Walls back to throw. Caught. Dominic Diaz-Ellis to the 46-yard line. First down, gain of 15.
Diaz-Ellis is definitely having fun out here today. Caught his touchdown, got a couple receptions. He shouldn't hang his head at all. Great game.
I had a chance to talk to him before the game, and I was just telling him, just like being an older guy now, as we was laughing earlier, but being an older guy now and having a chance to play, just more so just enjoying the process, the whole Big 33 process, because once you become an old man like I am right now, just you look back and, those memories last forever.
You're a youngin'. What are you talking about?
Yeah, you were just playing a couple years ago.
From the 46, Walls running for his life again.
Oh, man.
To the 50, and he slides down at the 47. Maybe Pennsylvania can get one more play off. We're going to run it to the line here.
We forgot to mention quarterback Walls is headed to North Carolina A&T.
Congratulations to him.
Yeah, congratulations to him. Had a great high school career at Pittsburgh Central Catholic.
Good.